There are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to birth control and periods. Today we're breaking down some common birth control myths and talking Periods 101.
Here to tell us everything we need to know is Dr. V from the Northwestern Specialist for Women. Thanks so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Been an ongoing conversation since we knew you were coming in our office too. I think a lot of us were most surprised that you don't need to have a cycle every month.
That's exactly right. So many people, we all think about our moms on Mother's Day and our grandmothers who constantly tell us you have to cleanse your uterus every month. And that's what makes us think we have to have a period every month. In fact, if you think about what the natural cycle of a woman used to be, it used to be that you were either pregnant or breastfeeding for years and years on end. And those are times where you don't actually get your period. And that's actually why risks of uterine cancer, for example, for our grandmothers was much lower than it is for the modern woman today. So what birth control pills can do with menstrual suppression, with either continuous birth control pills or with a progesterone IUD, what we're actually doing is mimicking that state. We're thinning the lining completely, and there is nothing to cleanse every month. You're actually not building anything into the lining that has to be cleansed.
Okay, because I was thinking it's just building and building, and then it's maybe a toxic, dirty mess in there.
And that's one of the big misconceptions. In fact, that's why if you think, even if for someone who's on birth control pills, who get their period every month, they notice that their periods are much lighter. They're less cramps, they're shorter. Why is that? It's because your uterus actually doesn't have to work so hard. And that's the mechanism by which birth control pills, whether it's continuous or cyclical, decreases both the risk of ovarian cancer and uterine cancer by almost 30 to 50%. And there's even more data showing that birth control pills, whether cyclical or continuous, even can reduce a woman's risk of colon cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And none of this will affect your chances for having a child?
That is correct. Another big myth out there is that if I take birth control pills continuously, I'm not getting a period, I'm not going to get pregnant when I want to. In fact, we're just thinning that lining. We're actually preventing ovulation, which is actually a good thing for the ovaries as well. But when you stop, if there are no underlying issues that your body already has in terms of fertility, you're going to be able to get pregnant in a timely fashion for your age.
Well, interesting.
Well, good to know.
Well, so we were talking a little bit in the break about the cycle as it changes. That you were saying that when you're in your 40s, it's much like being in your 20s.
It is. So the way that I oftentimes will talk to my patients, I'll say that our 20s and 30s are kind of like the Appalachian Mountains. They're nice and smooth and rounded and exactly what they should be. And I have an 11-year-old daughter myself, and I'm definitely in the other end of the bell curve. And our hormones are going like this. We are absolutely in a sharper peak and trough in terms of our hormones. So it's why women very commonly experience the same thing as teenagers. People in their 40s constantly come to me, why am I suddenly breaking out with acne? Why is my PMS so much worse? It's because of the way our hormones are fluctuating, and that's where menstrual suppression with birth control pills can also really help, because you're eliminating your period, you're going to get less anemia, you're going to be able to decrease your PMS symptoms because your hormones are a little bit more rounded than these sharp peaks and troughs that we can experience.
Okay, speaking of this, so in your early 40s, this is happening, which I relate to.
Yes.
How long is too long to be on birth control? Because I'm thinking about it, like I've been on birth control since I was 16 years old. So is there a point where it becomes dangerous to be on birth control, like in your 40s and your 50s? What?
There isn't. So there is no actual time frame that somebody should give their body a break, give their body a holiday. I hear that all the time.
Yes, I do too.
If you are not trying to get pregnant and you're under the care of a doctor who's making sure you don't have any other medical conditions, you can actually stay on birth control pills starting at age 16 like you did, and we continue them all the way through menopause.
Okay, we only have a few seconds left, but I wanted to ask you, when you're talking about the symptoms going crazy as, you know, maybe exiting our 40s, when does that start? Is it different for every person?
It's different for every individual. The average age of menopause in this country is around 51, but there's a wide gamut. So we really talk about that our hormones start to change as early as age 35, but could change at 45, at 50, at 55, and that's why we can still see a 47-year-old or 48-year-old get pregnant spontaneously.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, so these hot flashes are not menopause then.
No,
Okay.
no,
No,
not
they're the
Okay.
precursor to it.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. And there's a million other questions we could have asked
I
you.
know.
If you need some more information yourself, the Northwestern Specialists for Women, all their details are right there on the screen, the Facebook page and the website as well. Dr. V, thanks for being here.
Yes,
My
so
pleasure.
informative.